What is happening, guys? Thank you for signing into the DFS 5 pack. It is your host, now again, babyface, smooth-faced Matt, here with you Monday, January 29th. Wanted to hop back in and give you guys a betting video. Hadn't made one in a couple days. Hit a little bit of a cold streak there for the past actually few days. Came back yesterday, nice 3-1 in one day, but we're looking for those hot days, those 4-0 type days. I think they're coming. They're coming soon. So just got to weather the storm. Remember, like I always tell people, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So the cold days will come. You just got to take them in stride. Know that the better days are coming. So we look forward to tonight's slate. Got a few interesting basketball games I'm looking at. I don't love this slate, but always there's a couple angles to go with. As far as the NBA is concerned, there are three games I like. The first of which, and I even hate myself for doing this, is Charlotte and Indiana. So last night when I looked at the lines, probably like most people, I said, oh, Indiana's only favored by 3. I think they roll in this spot. Not really a game I was interested in betting because I just think Indiana would win. I don't like favorites all that much unless I really like them. So wasn't thinking about Charlotte at all. Well, now I'm looking as the day started and as the day continues, that line has moved from 3 to 2.5 to now 2. So the numbers are telling me something there. That line is just bizarre. When I first started handicapping this game, I had it as about a 5. So it's about 3 points off, which is big. A line that I think should be 5, 5.5 is 2. Vegas is telling us something here. Again, it's not always going to hit, but it's a numbers game. I like Charlotte +2, +3, whatever you can get them at. I like them here. I think they win this game. Next game is Philly and Milwaukee. Now, this is just a gut feel right here. Obviously, if you could bet it before the Embiid news, great for you. I did not get it in. I got it at 5 right after. It was Philly at Milwaukee. Philly embarrassed Milwaukee last week when Giannis was out. I think Milwaukee does the same to Philly tonight with Embiid out. Milwaukee starting to play some good ball after Jason Kidd got let go. Philly has been playing good ball, but they just got beat last night in OKC. I think they're coming down after that. Clear letdown spot for them after a big game in OKC. I think Milwaukee takes care of business tonight, wins this game by double digits. Don't think it really matters what you got this line at. Obviously, the lower the better. Last NBA game I'm looking at, probably my favorite game on the slate, is the Nuggets-Celtics game. I like Denver quite a bit here. Talk about weird lines. Denver's favored here by 1.5, 2 points. When I first capped this game, I had it as a Boston 2.5-point favorite. So the fact that Vegas not only is about 4 points off there, but 4 points, over the money line. So they actually think Denver's going to win this game. Now, granted, they're not always right, but the public's all over Boston here. Yet Denver's the favorite. I think that Denver gets the job done here. They're approaching, the 4th worst schedule week in the NBA this year. They face Boston. They face Golden State. They face a couple other really good teams that I can't remember off the top of my head. But they want to start it off nice with a win. They play the Spurs tomorrow also, so I can't remember the 4th team. So, again, they play the Spurs tomorrow in San Antonio. They had a back-to-back in San Antonio a couple weeks ago where they got embarrassed. They're going to want to play well going into tomorrow. I think they start tonight and beat Boston here. Looking at college basketball, a couple games I'm looking at. 2 good games on the docket here. One, Kansas at Kansas State. I like Kansas State in this spot. Kansas is the better team out of these 2. And if they were playing in the Big 12 tourney or the NCAA tournament, I would have Kansas here. But playing in Kansas State, right after Kansas State almost beat Kansas in Kansas, I think they get the job done here. The home team does. College basketball is all about the home team as far as I'm concerned. You got young kids playing. More times than not, the home team covers when all is said and done, when everything else is equal. Kansas is a 4 or 5 point better team than Kansas State. So I think Vegas is also telling us something here with this line. I like Kansas State getting 2 points. I see that line's moving down to 1.5, 1. Don't think it really matters. I think Kansas State wins this game. I think they beat Kansas. I'm awfully impressed with Kansas. I think they've got a really good team that, as always, they could make the Final Four. Unfortunately for them tonight, they're running into a team in Kansas State that probably just wants it a little bit more than they do tonight. This is the biggest game of the season for Kansas State. I think they get it done here. Lastly, Nebraska at Wisconsin. You've got a tale of two different teams here. These teams met a few games ago, and Nebraska beat Wisconsin at home. I expect a different situation here tonight in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a much better home team than they are a road team. So while they have not been playing well recently, I think they're fortunate to turn around here at home. I think Nebraska struggles in Wisconsin tonight. I think Wisconsin, in what is a borderline must-win game for them, gets it done here. I bet this early this morning at 3.5. I see it's at 4 all over now. I still like it at 4. I'd get on it there. I like Wisconsin quite a bit. So let's go. So tonight we got the Hornets, the Bucks, the Nuggets, Kansas State, and Wisconsin. All right, guys. Thanks again, and let's get it tonight. Thank you. If you want more content and info, videos, all that good stuff, sign into DFS5pack.com. We're crushing it over here. NBA, we got baseball coming up, my bread and butter. So let's roll, guys. Thank you.